This Friday afternoon gives us a chance to put to one side the controversies of the week that was and look firmly ahead to what should be a brilliant weekend of sport. Good afternoon, my name is Tim Walker and this is Walker's World of Sport video blog, and it supplements my written blog online. There'll be a new one up there very soon this afternoon. We're not going to muck around. We've got a massive agenda to get through today, so let's get straight into the AFL. Brisbane and Collingwood today. Brisbane, they've made 6 changes to their team from last week. Leuenberger, Rockcliffe, Mays, Brown, they're all out. Coming in, some of the lesser knowns, Harwood, Carnesis, Longer, and the list goes on. Collingwood, they welcome back Didak and Shaw, and going out as a young boy, Sammy Dwyer, but very good to see Didak and Shaw back for the Pies. We move on to Carlton and GWS tomorrow at Etihad Stadium. A bit of a one-sided game, this one. Yaron and Casbolt in for the Blues, and Robbie Warnock is one of the big outs. Dean Brogan, great to see him back for the Giants, who are recovering from a big loss last week to the Eagles. Game of the round comes tomorrow afternoon. Adelaide and Fremantle. Adelaide are unchanged from their inspiring 1-point win they had over North Melbourne last Sunday at Etihad. And for the Dockers, they have flown to Adelaide this afternoon. They have taken Stephen Hill over, and Cam Sutcliffe is out, omitted from the team. Great to see the form of the young man, Matty de Boer, or Matty de Boer, whatever you would like to call him. Sydney and Essendon, SCG tomorrow afternoon, twilight footy. Great to see the young boy, Tommy Mitchell. This is his first game of his career, and that is a father-son pick, and he's a young boy out of Hale School, so well done to the young West Aussie. Essendon, they've brought in Gumbleton and Michael Hurley misses. Bulldogs and Port Adelaide, Darwin tomorrow night. Matty Boyd out for the Bulldogs, the skipper. He is the inspirational leader. So no Boyd, no Cross for the Bulldogs. It is a young emerging midfield. For the Power, they welcome in Jack Homsch, the former GWS Giant. So that will be very interesting to see how he goes. Geelong and Gold Coast tomorrow night down at Skilled Stadium. First ever game down there under lights. Nathan Vardy in for the Cats. Podsiadly out, so is Thurlow. Riscatelli in for the Suns, and Brennan and Lonigan out with injury. Melbourne and Hawthorn Sunday. Now we'll get through these games quickly because they are only squads. Melbourne, they were horrible last week. Absolutely horrible. They were witches' hat markers against Freo. They just ran circles around them. Hawthorn, Buddy could get a bag. Put him as your dream team or Supercoach captain if you think he will kick 13 goals. I certainly do, and I certainly will be putting him as captain. North and St Kilda, just squads at this stage, no changes. Zeeble is out suspended though for North Melbourne, and Lenny Hayes out with a calf injury, so they are 2 big outs for both teams. And West Coast and Richmond finish the round on Monday, but we won't look at that because that will be in the weekend wrap, which you will see in a few days' time. WA State 18s head over to Tasmania today. Great to see on the paper today that the captain and vice-captain, some up-and-coming superstars of the game, Dom Sheed, the captain, and Paddy Cripps, the young boy out of Aquinas College. He is certainly a gun. So that wraps up the footy fix for this afternoon. Let's move straight into rugby league. Again, we won't look at this in too much depth, but the Bulldogs and the Dragons tonight, they kickstart the round. Tomorrow night, Rabbitohs versus the Knights, the high-flying bunnies, they are going beautifully. The Titans take on the Cowboys in the All-Queensland Derby up there on the Gold Coast on Sunday. And we finish the round with the Broncos and the Warriors. Now, all of those squads are cut down by massive outs through State of Origin, which Game 1 is on Wednesday night. Certainly looking forward to that one. We will touch more on the Rugby League on the weekend wrap on the weekend. So, we look to the Super Rugby fixtures. Crusaders and the Waratahs, the Savo, big game in Christchurch. Brumbies take on the Hurricanes. The Brumbies are flying at the minute. We see the Highlanders take on the Blues tomorrow. The Reds and the Rebels in an All-Australian derby up there in Queensland tomorrow night. The Stormers and the Kings in South Africa. And we round out with the Cheetahs and the Bulls. Perhaps the biggest interest, though, will come with the British and Irish Lions. They start their Australian tour in Hong Kong. So, work that out. But the British and Irish Lions will take on the Barbarians in Hong Kong tomorrow night. Let's move on to the next big story of the day, and it comes from Roland Garros as the French Open continues. And our girl, Sammy Stosur, she was flying last night. She beat Kristina Mladenovic of France. Now, the French, they were up and about for this one. They really thought that Mladenovic would give Stows are a bit of a run, but the number 9 seed from Australia, well and truly too good. Keep going, Sammy. She's into the third round. Novak Djokovic, the number 1 seed, he was through in straight sets 6-2, 6-love, 6-2. Doesn't get any more convincing than that. Maria Sharapova, she is well and truly on her way to beating Eugene Bouchard of Canada. So another big upset yesterday was Bethany Mattek-Sands of the United States. She's been to Perth for the Hopman Cup a few times. She beat Lina of China, the number 6 seed, so that opens the door for Sammy Stows to perhaps push on a little bit further. Victoria Azarenka had a comfortable win, and this man, keep your eye on him, Grigor Dimitrov. He is a Federer lookalike, basically. Got a beautiful one-handed backhand. Today at the French Open, massive games, massive, absolutely huge. Cannot wait to see Rafa Nadal in action tonight. He takes on Martin Klizan of the Slovak Republic. Also on court tonight, Federer takes on Frenchman Julien Benneteau. Marion Bartoli, local hero, Anna Ivanovic, she is in action as well. Serena Williams, the number 1 seed, takes on Sorana Cristea. Gael Monfils, we love watching Gael Monfils, and he's taking on old Tommy Robredo. Now, just quickly to finish the weekend preview of sport, we'll just get the next little story out that I had written down, and it comes from the Kookaburras now, our champion hockey team. They are absolutely flying. Won the bronze medal last year at the London Olympics, and Rob Hammond, very scary story last week. He nearly drowned at Trig Beach while surfing. Luckily, his mates were there to pick him up, but watch out for the Kookaburras. They've left for Germany. They have made a flight for a big tournament that they've got coming up over there. It's a World League tournament in Rotterdam, so get behind our Kookaburras. They are flying at the minute. Now, we look ahead. My big 3 sporting moments that I need you guys to have a look at this weekend. Number 1, and it comes tomorrow night at Roland Garros. Novak Djokovic up against Grigor Dimitrov. Now, I've just mentioned Dimitrov. He has got a beautiful one-handed backhand like Federer, and many are tipping him to be the next big thing. That's tomorrow night. Not sure what time, but stay tuned. Second, Buddy Franklin against Melbourne. He could bag 13, maybe even more. We'll see what Anthony Hudson has to think here. Well, he's very excited about Buddy's chances. Let's just have a listen to how many Hutto thinks Buddy might kick on the weekend. Thank you there, Hutto. So, that's Melbourne and Hawthorn. Watch out for Buddy. We're on Buddy Watch this weekend. As I said, put him your dream team captain. Then we finish out. Now, it's not quite the weekend, but Wednesday night, State of Origin, New South Wales, Queensland. Cannot wait for that. Now, guys, that's all we've got time for. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and read my blog. It's all going to be at the bottom of this YouTube page. Thanks. Have a good weekend.